Yo, hang on, Rose. Forgetting. I think lighting is way better there. The near music is making it kick in that the Bayo VA dies. Oh. I will confess I don't follow your logic. Which near character did she voice? I don't honestly remember. Okay. So what's the logic then? Similar place in your head. Okay, sure. But yeah, you actually have time to react if you fight attack. That was great. I think the attacking is strictly better there. I don't even think of her as the Bayo voice actor, right? Because I play Bayo in English. Although that has its own set of things you could think about. No, she's always going to be Motoko to me, pretty much. That's an iconic role. Alright. I don't know why I took. Yeah, hey, what's up, Paul? Thanks. Literally just finished save stating current best. Where does it place actually? I'm curious. Like what time? That's probably about where my strats would finish if I had no slowdowns or no time loss. Pretty executable. Hard to do any of them. It's hard to do some of them consistently for runs. Mostly Terra, honestly. Like, honestly, a lot of Terra is like, or a lot of Yotta is like comprehensible. Like, most of the sub 2 strats are like things I could do once, or I could do like practice. I just don't think I can do sub 2 in a run, right? Just can't do any of them consistently enough. I can barely do like sub 220 consistently enough to have a chance. Or nice back heavy. Yeah, well, that's what you get for typing anything involving S finesse before I got past Terra. Down back heavy is my hated. It was a bit ago. I mean, really, like, the difference is that at some point I was like, I did this, right? I did this for, like, literally... I was doing this for, like, literally, like... I was doing this in here. You can make a save here, right? And... not the, I'm going for something different now, right? I'm going for this back heavy, but yeah, you can't really do it without speed, but you know, you just come in here and like do this over and over again, like really focus on this section specifically. Like, my current working theory is that I'm like fucking myself, basically. Because when I do runs, right, if I die there at the start of the Terra section, what I'll do is I'll just play, right? Like, sometimes I'll just play until I get it, because, like, obviously if I'm dying there, I need the practice, right? But, like, as it turns out, right, like, what happens is when you die, it puts you like square in the middle of this platform, and so then, you know, you build your muscle memory based on something that's normalized. But like, the thing that I need to be able to do is I need to be able to come up here from these heavy prisms. to be able to do this section consistently and then come down from the heavy prisms and land on the platform and just like consistently, like, you know, line up on the correct part. When you do the Yotta practice map that has this part, it starts you at the same spot every time. When you die here in the actual map, it starts you at the same spot every time. Right? When you're actually playing the map, you don't there's nothing normalized here. Right? You have to be able to do that. So if practicing doing that is like the only thing I've found that like actually makes a section consistent in runs, because what I'm doing is then I'm forced to focus on the part that's actually inconsistent, which is like lining up and going onto the slope and having a variable amount of speed, and that changes the frame window on attacking the dust blocks and everything. Really shitty, and I kind of hate this part of the level mostly for that, right? I hate that doing it fast like requires you to unnormalize your movement. Now, as opposed to like something like, you know, this section here where like there's just this tiny lip, you all pretty much always want to just slide down to the bottom and dash ledge jump up here, right? Like practicing from the death and practicing from sliding down here are nothing. There's like no difference here, right? Or like here, right? Like you can just literally just dash, hold right, and then just dash as soon as you hit the ledge, and like it's normalized, right? There's like a normalized setup for everything, but what happens here is like you don't really want to dash. I don't think you really want to dash like right off the right. Yeah, because like, see, yeah, maybe you can make a timing that works based off of that, but like, it still like depends on when you do the where on the slope you down dash. Like, it's always your speed's going to change based on that. I played around with it in Frame Advance a bunch, and I got like 4 or 5 different speeds. Just varying things slightly by like a frame. And it's enough that it like changes the frame window. And like the you know, the super player answer to this, right, which enables you to do this in full game runs, is like be able to react to missing that dust block there. Just practice it enough times that you can actually save it, but I mean, I actually react to the I react to like seeing the dust block. You know, the dust block get missed, and honestly, most of the ways that are savable because they slow you down enough that it becomes humanly reactable. They're just not exactly, not like executing the save is easy, I guess. Like, you execute the save and then you're still playing the fucking para section of Yotta, which is just like, you know, like the hardest vanilla gameplay there is, basically. Like that's not really reactable, I think. That is, though. I bonked, right? The issue is that I, like, bonked. But that's savable. Oh yeah, Duck was actually great. That actually, like, waiting and then doing a light attack actually makes the frame window, like, it actually straight up just adds, like, an extra frame. As long as you're paying enough attention to where you are after the dash. It adds like an extra frame or two to that dash window, I think. Why is Buck so smart? How is it fair? How can Duck be so good? I mean, it is a lot. It's a lot when the alternative is a 2 to 3 frame window. Yeah. Like that. I would have died if I had pressed the heavy at the time I would normally would. Yeah, usually I don't get mind blocked on Mega until I've played level for a little bit, and then I start really focusing on Terra. Then I stop focusing on Mega as much. This is a new to me strat error here, so it's gonna be a little awkward for a bit probably. I should actually continue one of these runs just to play the whole map. I only warmed up the ending for all the post era nonsense. Yeah, you know, I have made it past Mega many times now. I've spent an appreciable amount of playtime on Kilo and Mega here. I'm making Kilo look a lot easier than it really is. Honestly. Like once you play enough, you just kind of have a like. You have the frame windows, but you also know what you have to do based on where in the frame window you did which input, you know? Like I know when to light based on whether or not my dash was high or low. I know how to like micro adjust in the kilo tunnel on that little climb bit there. I react in time. Now I'm like thinking about it, so it's going poorly, but a lot of this is reactable if you just play enough. This be Skyhawk, yeah. I saw Skyhawk's explanation of that and I was like, okay, that's like some inhuman nonsense that only Skyhawk can do. But Duck's explanation was pretty good. Duck saying, yeah, just do a light attack and then you can delay the light attack a bit. That's something I can do, right? Yeah, reaction heavy down dashes are not in my repertoire right now, I'll say that much. I watch like, you know, like Ukis will sight read maps and just go like, oh yeah, I just need to down dash heavy here. I'll just be like, okay, cool. Guess that's just a thing you can do. Yeah. It will press the down key too late instead. I'll simply press my down back too late. I will die with dignity from missing the heavy, not pressing the dash. Yeah, but you can see here, right? Like, once you start getting used to just spawning here, then you just do like the same thing every time. Parallel dash jumps. I'll actually finish out a run here early. But no, I mean honestly the common thread between like everyone's explanation on how they do Terra consistently is hours of practice. So you know. Fuck the Dust Force top players for giving me answers that don't involve a shortcut. Honestly, a lot of the side endings are pretty shit. I just dust there. you do get to see the cool, like 26 ending. You do all of them. I think that's why I did them. I think that's why I did all of them. I wanted I wanted ending Z. But you have to do a lot for 100% completion on that game. Like, I think the reward is worth it, quote unquote, but it's a lot. I was still in school at the time, so I actually had the free time to like sit there and get all the fish and farm all the enemy data and stuff. Yeah, I just haven't played it enough today, don't worry about it. It's actually so stupid though. I was thinking about this today when I played Warehouse N%. It's funny how like how badly being a good player like fucks you up when you need to climb over a wall and land 2 tiles away instead of 1 tile away. Like, I'm so used to climbing and landing on the first tile of ground, right? That's like the most natural thing in the world. 2 tiles, oh, I just can't do it. Like, it just feels wrong. Yeah. Well, you know, Paul, it could be worse. I have a friend who played through Nier Automata on very hard for his first playthrough. This man took 50 hours on the prologue because he wouldn't play it safe. He just kind of kept going face. And obviously on the prologue you die in 1 hit. On very hard. It's like impossible to die in less than 1 hit, in more than 1 hit until like Route C probably. But anyway, he made it to Route C and then he stopped playing. I know. Don't worry. I talk shit all the time. It's like a running gag. Worst mega section ever. I mean, I think he liked the game. I think he just, like, skill issued. I don't know. I don't know if I ever got a genuine answer for why he stopped in Route C. I think it was just a lot of work for him to play it, you know? Like, I love the game. Like, I shill this game like crazy. G4AS, I try. Sorry, was typing it. I think, I'm gonna die to being too low on that Terra Dash probably more often now. Because I'm not getting the hit rise I'm getting the hit rise much later. I'm used to pressing it late being like the one thing I can recover from, but now it's the opposite. I do think like the frame window is still slightly more lenient. Doing a later light, but yeah, I mean it's really my fault because I could have like taken the time to practice the strat fixes a little bit more. But I decided to just play Celeste to take a mental break instead. I had to just play a Celeste expert map instead. And I got absolutely fucked because it happened to be one with object physics. One of the berry screens had fucking fish explosion ultra setups. Puffer fish explosion ultra setups. So it wasn't exactly relaxing. The hard part is this like 30 to 40 minute mark where like starts being hard to like focus on any one section. What am I actually building character? That's what I'm doing. I never actually, really bad at accounting for where I am hit rise wise. If I hit the second and third prisms instead of the first and second at the same time. Pretty sloppy, actually. By the way, Aru, related to our discussion on Saturday about the people behind the trails, shall we say, direction changes. I actually did go and look at some of the like key staff and stuff like that, and you were right. Like the credited lead writers are exactly the same between Azure and Cold Steel, but it looks like Cold Steel is like when the guy who was directing the Trails franchise like got promoted to like Eon Falcon bigwig Shacho, you know. What? Yeah. I mean, it's like the same guy who's credited as director for Cold Steel 1 through 4 and Daybreak or whatever. Yeah, see, like, that would give you your explanation, right? I mean... It's hard to say this stuff. Like, I feel like video game fans spout a lot of bullshit about this stuff. Like, for instance, there's the famous theory that there was one person who was responsible for keeping Kojima from putting batshit insane things in MGS 1 through 3. And then once Konami fired like that one assistant director or assistant writer or whatever, Kojima was just free to do whatever he wanted. And so the stories became increasingly messy. Like, that's a really popular fan theory, right? What you find usually in my experience is that like these big Titan Japanese developers, right, is like the ones who are right now running the show, so to speak, are like the ones who are like, you know, like the 10th most important guy on big legendary projects from the 90s and shit, right? Like the guys who run Mario and Zelda right now worked on Mario and Zelda in the 90s in less prominent roles. And now the people who ran the show back in the 90s are like, you know, like supervisory level positions. Or like the guy who made Final Fantasy did that for a bit, and I think now and then he left to do his own thing. But you know, stuff like that, right? It's like at some point you hand the reins over, and you're like there, and I don't know at what point it's like, you know. At what point you cede control, how much control you really have in this case. Yeah, it could just be execution, right? mean, from what I gather, like, it's still the same guy who's, like, in control of, like, the series, right? He's still the one with the master plan on who the Grandmaster is, and, you know... all that shit. He's the one who knows how old Campanella really is. I need to remember the timing's different if I do a light attack there. It's the biggest thing I'm looking up right now. I mean, it's worth putting value into it. And obviously you don't want to put too much value into it, right? You don't want to, like, over-emphasize it. But, like, presentation is still an important part of games, right? You know, like, for instance, maybe if Yotta difficult had literally anything going on but black and white pain, maybe it wouldn't feel like it was such a black and white pain level. It wouldn't feel like the suffering Wojak to play it. Food for thought, really. I got a bad boost there. That only works if you get a good boost. That is also, like, the easiest way to make use of the boost you get. Make use of the fact that you're good enough to keep that boost. Yo, hey, Chitanda. No excuses found, I trust. But, you know, like, it's okay to say that it matters that, you know... It matters that the, that you go from, like... nice, high-effort character portraits to, like, slightly worse 3D models, right? Like, it matters. Like, fuck, people are still mad about Pokemon making the switch. And honestly, rightfully so, because, like, the last 2D sprite Pokemon models that they made were, like, fucking gorgeous, right? It was, like, some of the best pixel art we've done. They got really fucking good at it over the course of 5 generations of Pokemon games in 2D. They still haven't gotten good at it at all in 3D. And they never will. No one will ever force them to. We'll keep buying the games anyway. Oh, peak song, hold on. I haven't played Cold Steel, so obviously I have no opinion on like the art direction, but I think the art direction of Crossbell games is very good, personally. I think the presentation is very good. It's not hard to see how they could downgrade it, because I think they were already very good at what they were doing before. No, like all the like the character portraits and like the more blown up versions and stuff. That's the problem here, is that you can go like, you actually have to slow down a little bit at the end, where you can like back heavy instead of back down heavy, back side heavy. Oh, you can still miss the dust there, nice. I actually like how this just changes where you miss the dust. I guess it's faster, but like you still miss dust. You still missed one tile. You still miss one tile of dust if you do it wrong enough. But I mean, the thing is, what I've heard complaints about for Cold Steel is mostly the story and plot, right? I hadn't really given any consideration to what could go wrong graphically. I know that it didn't look that exciting when I watched the advert play it. It looked very generic PS3, PS4 era RPG. And plot is supposedly what Mitesh plays the series for, you know, so for Mitesh to drop it, it must be the plot, right? Subpar plot save the superior direction. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure the fan base at large really shares this opinion, to be frank. I'm not sure how much research one can find on this. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, but my introduction to the idea of Trails was a video just explaining why you should play Sky and Crossbell and also Cold Steel. And not just play Cold Steel, the great games. Yeah, I think they're just popular. They have what the JRPG gamers want. By that I mean swimsuit DLC. Well, nope. Barely made it. Really? Aw, oh, fuck. That's a bad death. I'm actually gonna... That was a really bad death. Let's see it. I think it was sub 220 pace. Yeah, that was kind of... Pace was decent though. Yeah, and in respect to isometric games and stuff like that, that's mostly the province of indie games now. There is an audience, but it's not the audience that Nihon Falcon wants, probably. By which I mean the Japanese audience, I suppose, but you know. I just barely made that. That was such a yabai dash jump. I think I collected everything. Alright, let's see here. I pressed my down dash at frame 6194, 49. See how off I was. I pressed it literally I pressed down dash literally 1 frame too early. Literally 1 frame too early. And I was lined up for it. Yeah, I mean, I've had some 1 frame mishaps in this map for sure. 1 frame adventures, you could say. Oh, the pace was good though. Oh, GMC raid, hello. Alright, this is a no deadlock zone. Leave your deadlock at the door. It's actually Osu's stream. Damn, not even deadlock can keep the Osu gamers from their circle crack, eh? Suppose I should have expected that. Still too early. Gotta turn this shit up. I don't know though. Maybe the real takeaway from the Nihon Falcon thing is that not every company is as good at building up its replacement talent for when the new blood needs to step in. Fuck this corner. Yeah, in that respect, maybe that is just like the secret behind, you know, like some of the big game studios like Nintendo or like Square to a lesser extent. Yeah, you can think what you want about like how you can think what you want about how you know, like how revered the old Nintendo or where bigwigs are in the gaming industry, whether they deserve it or not. You are free in this Twitch chat to say that Shigeru Miyamoto is a washed-up hack who hasn't made anything, hasn't contributed positively to the industry in like 20 years. I will allow you to defend that take. But like, I do genuinely think that like the next guys up at like Nintendo's first-party studios are very good. They're pushing like all their flagship titles in the right direction, pretty much. Always innovative, but always comforting and familiar. Like they've figured something out, but maybe not every company figures this out, you know. Square at some point stopped having games produced by the you know, Sakaguchi left and made Lost Odyssey, which is basically just the Final Fantasy game, but without the Final Fantasy IP anyway. What character are we building? I'm playing Dustman, the true top tier of Dust Force. Dustman propaganda states that Dustworth is just better, strictly better at everything, and that's not true, you know? Oh, what's up now? I wanted to make a meme that was like, you know, like the child drowning meme or something, and it was like, the mom is playing with Dustworth players, and then the Dustman players are struggling, and then, you know, the kid and girl players are like the ones drowning at the bottom of the ocean or whatever. Yeah, right? Like... I'm sorry. I play Man on a Dustworth level and I'm like, oh, this is kind of slow and maybe not as much fun. I play Kid on like an anyone else level and I'm like, man, how does Kid even play the game? Like, damn, Dust Kid players are like the strongest humans we have. Need to stop troll. Stronger than Worth when they build up the experience. I see. I'm just gonna stop trolling. I just say I'm gonna stop trolling, it will be true. It's true. You could always waste your potential. Yo, hey noob, what's up? I lost a run to Zeta Slopes because I pressed down dash 1 frame before I entered hover state. So, you know, average Yotta session, TBH. It's the furthest I've made it today. Don't want another AS. I actually have a second AS. I got a second AS like a week ago. I've gotten like 1 AS. I would missed a lot of dust though. Like I missed like the dust. I missed dust blocks. I missed on the super drop. I missed on the walls. Like I was just all over the place, and it was slow. Like it was honestly like the worst S finesse run ever, pretty much. I like how this was working because I was trying to hit the I was trying to hit the first two the same heavy, and then I stopped trying to do that, and then I stopped hitting the second and third ones in the same heavy too. It's like I can do things that are fast there, but I can't do them intentionally. Like it only works if I'm trying to do something else. But yeah. Yeah, you need to get your, there's been a lot of first yotta SSs you should get the next. Fucking Lamau. It was savable, but it's slow. I'm not going for first SS. I'm speed running. I don't want a first SS. I want a 220 SS. I want a top 50 SS. It's pretty greedy. I won't deny it's pretty greedy. I have an ego. I'm basically not happy with any of my stock ILs right now unless they're top 50. Trying to go fast. Yeah, right. The worst part is I literally know how this ends. Like, Tess has literally just described the exact mindset I have, but played out to its logical conclusion before. And it ends up with you grinding a bunch of really shitty strats, because eventually the I'm not happy unless it's X turns into top 10. Like, I understand that that's the logical conclusion, and I'm just, like, delaying the inevitable, really. I'm amazed I didn't hit the top there. Yeah, exactly. The worst part of it too is that like once you get like a new best placement on a specific level that has like a really weak leaderboard, for instance, then all of a sudden like use that all of a sudden like all your you get a top 50 on a really weak leaderboard and suddenly your top 75 on a much stronger leaderboard just doesn't feel as good anymore. It's like your time is your time. Your time is objectively as hard as it is to get, regardless of how many people have gotten it. Yeah, stupid landfill. If only someone hadn't made landfill the level of the month, so that I didn't decay 2 spots on landfill out of the top 10. Why would someone do that to me, huh? Would do that? I don't know. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. And Duck was right. Why is Duck so good? I've literally saved I think I've saved that dash like 10 times today in ways that it wouldn't be possible. Unless I was doing what Doug did. What Doug said to do. Very nice. Yeah, true. I literally only ever grinded landfill specifically just to bully Hammy anyway. On the Terra drop? The idea here is that, if you're too high, then you can, I think if you make it over this gap, right, let's say you're right here, right, your heavy just reaches, right? Like, once you make it past the spikes, your heavy just reaches. So you would die if you were any lower than this, right? But if you're like right here, right? You're like aligned basically perfectly with the wall. And if you went for the heavy right after the dash like I was doing before, then you die to this, right? So waiting to see where your dash will, like doing a quick check on where your dash was and going, okay, I'm a little high, let me delay the light by a frame. I fall a bit. Gives you a little bit of extra wiggle room. It gives you like an extra frame of leeway on being a little too high compared to just doing the heavy. Which, like, obviously the fastest thing to do is to dash and then immediately heavy and then fast fall and then, top 10 strats you wouldn't do this, but like Duck can get like sub 210 with like little safe things like that. So it's like, for players like you and me, it's worth making those little point 1, point 2 adjustments that improve the consistency of the hardest parts a lot. Duck has a very logical explanation for every single one of his yotta difficult inputs. during DLC, when instead of playing his round 3 maps, Duck played Broom Yotta for at least one of the days. Like he got bored of passing and playing the Broom invert piece, so he played Broom Yotta for a bit. And he actually made it past Terra, I think, once. Like there, right? That was it. That's a good example. There, I'll send the replay. You can play with the frame window on this drop down if you want, Paul. I'm pretty sure I died a hit right if I heavy there. Oh, thank you, Cal. It's perfect. Beautiful. 10 out of 10, no notes. It's true. So true. Don't let any Dustman players tell you otherwise. Hot take. Is it just Dustman propaganda? Because, I mean, the answer is still yes, but I might make fun of you if it is. Yeah, Dustman's a really good character. It's his game, really. I did not think I would hit that prism there, I'll admit. Dust Girl is just as good. I mean, she is at task level, right? At task level, she's just as good and arguably better in some ways, but it's really hard to humanly make her that good. Yeah, go ahead. Start the discourse, Cal. We need some discourse. Need spicy discourse. I don't know. Like, what do you mean by harder? Like, say for example, I told you to beat your landfill PB with Dust Girl, right? Do you think that would be harder? You have to deal with the extra friction. No harder than with man. Because, like, the friction difference is very relevant, right? Boost maps. Yeah, isn't it just objectively harder to boost? Just objectively more punishing on bad dash rhythm. Yeah, it is only relevant if you make mistakes, but the truth is that on landfill at least, like, even Zonda's run has like a few bad dashes, I think, right? Like even like Zonda and Maso have a few bad dashes. Those are both top 5 runs. It's only really the sub 17 runs I think that have like crazy good dash rhythm. It's like only Okies and Plants runs that have like dash rhythm to where you could get top 5 with Girl. Right now. So like it does matter, right? Like it just does matter. People who aren't fucking like Uckies or Weejo or, you know, Wazi are gonna lose like a couple pens over the course of landfill just due to slightly worse friction. How are you gonna make that up? It's not like Girl has any advantages that make up for that really on landfill specifically. At least not that I'm aware of. I mean, Weejo has like insane dash rhythm, I'll admit. But it's been like a couple of months. It's been like half a year, right? Like Weejo just like takes the world record on every boost on every dash rhythm now. I'm really curious, like, no shade discourse intended or whatever, but I'm really curious how you like seed Weejo, a player like Weejo for DLC, right? Because like, you know, on like a dash rhythm map, Weejo is like a guaranteed top 5 spot for your team. And like for the rest of the maps, he's probably gonna get like a silver key. Like not like he's bad at anything else necessarily, but like, you know. Yeah, it's just like, I imagine he's probably a pretty hard player to seed. Because he's like so disproportionately insanely good at one map style in particular. Yeah, Arb definitely carries with the strats. Arb's OP. I don't think so. I mean, there's literally people who sign up sometimes who like haven't like accessed all the gold levels, right? Depending on how aggressive the DLC recruiters are. Recruit Matash. I'm trying. You have any idea how much I would enjoy having somebody on my team who I could actually bully to play their keys? I'm allowed to bully Matash. I mean, you can there was literally just a forum, like a column in the sign-up sheet last time for any people in particular you want to team up with. I figured as long as I wasn't like, you know, requesting like a super team, you get anything within reason pretty much there. Billy, oh, that was so good too. Still not quite used to this strat. Yeah, right. Make a super team like that. I'm just getting like line blocked in Mega randomly now. I think I'm genuinely doing better at Mega at Terra today than I am at Mega. The law of equivalent exchange. Coming back to bite me here. I don't think Yotta usually plays DLC anyway. Yotta's too busy being Bowser Jr. GOAT in Smash Ultimate. Every time I'm watching like a top 64 Smash Ult tournament and I like see Yotta Cage there, I do like the pointing meme. Like Dust Force player. Yeah, I think he almost beat Mudace once, and I was like really hoping he would beat Mudace. Because Mudace is like a top 20 player. Not a common name. I mean, Yotta is, but like the rest of it, you know. I don't even know how many. Does anyone here know how many teams we're doing this year, or this round? I think Zonda said it was going to go down to like 4 or 5, right? The smaller, bigger teams. Yeah, I agree, actually. So true. So true. This is the problem. Is like I'm looking at the where do I want to? What direction do I want to jump there? What the fuck? Entire top Colorado SSBU roster has some hella good wins, aren't quite at that level. That makes sense, actually. I mean, that's just how Smash is in general, right? There's always like some region and people will be like, oh yeah, you don't know so and so. They take my lunch money in our St. Paul weekly every week. Can't even get a stock on them. There's always a lot of good players who just don't travel. Just haven't broken out yet. Usually the person who wins your underattended regional is still very good at the video game. Even if they're not good enough to like win big majors. Can't ledge cancel anymore, nice. Yeah, that's true. I do recognize Shu, I think, but I don't recognize Kronos or Smirk. Truth be told, I don't follow, like... I pretty much only watch, like, Ultimate Super Majors. I only watch like the ones with like the ones where all the Japanese players are in attendance these days. Because Japan's so disproportionately deep. Kind of feels like a Mickey Mouse tournament if Japan doesn't show up. Obviously isn't always true, but like, it's definitely a lot more exciting when they do. Really? My neighbor's dog always like freaks the fuck out as soon as he comes home. I just let him sit in his yard and bark the whole time. Not very nice. I'm going crazy right now. Boost. I think doing this saves like maybe a second. Not that much. I don't think it's that much worse than what I was doing before though. Like deliberately slowing down. I hate how like 2 hours into every session I just stop being able to do Mega. Why the fuck am I pressing left? Do I need a left press there? I don't, right? I don't. I can probably go into. Hands aren't really too tired. I played Celeste earlier instead of something that required hitbox. It's actually really stupid that like my hands have controller stamina and hitbox stamina. Feels like cheating. But it's just true. Why did I think I wouldn't have that? thought that was gonna mess up. I thought I pressed too early. It's fine though. There's continue for play the rest of the map. Do some. I gotta just trust that. I gotta just trust the down heavy. I should have had that. I trust it. What? I've never died like that. At least I didn't do that during finesse pace. What the fuck? What is this? Oh. Instead. What? I don't practice this section enough. This is just a direct result of me only thinking about how to get past Terra consistently for like 2 weeks now. There was a point where I was doing the entire ending pretty much consistently. I'm gonna press super. Like pressing. Be curious. What could I even be doing that would be this wrong? Oh well. I misplaced my fingers. Whatever. But really when I light attack that, the timing's just different. It feels better, but like it should be better, but that's better. I have to actually think about the timing now. I don't know if that's good or not. I think all the strat adjustments I'm using today are better long term, but they're kind of still throwing me off a little bit. Still throwing me off a little bit today. But at least it's faster, you know? another half hour and then... Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is, right? You can bop Fishy provided he never really put any effort into his time. I knew it. Press down so early all the time. I got a bit of ego trip from being like one frame mistake away from beating Fishy on landfill. But like that's a fucking like 5-year-old time. Like obviously Fishy could go and get a sub 17 on landfill if he just went and grinded it for like a day. I don't know. This is why we need DLC, is because DLC is like the only time you actually get to directly compete against people who are trying right now on the same map. Dropping the 2018 versions of people doesn't feel as good. I get not left hand Terra now. I guess that's just normal. What do I mean now? Any chokers in here? There's at least one. I lost by a frame about an hour ago, Blazin'. I pressed one of my buttons one frame too early and died. The action didn't come out. Don't worry though, I improved some consistency today, so you know, you need to soon. Trust. I will simply clutch the run right here today, the remainder of the stream in front of you. Then I will boot up Uni 2 and just magically pull off a expert trial non-essay combo. Mega's going well now, but looking up Terra repeatedly. Okay, well there's a first try Terra now that it doesn't matter. I love slip jorfs. Should be almost done with disc 2 of this OST, right? I need to, like, actually stop playing for hands rest. Do this. Instead of resting my hands completely when they don't hurt, I'm just going to play Proto. It's been a bit. I keep fucking up in Proto anyway. Whenever I do play it. I can't mash. Can't mash on my thumb. I have thumb fatigue. Playing Celeste. Truly the worst thing I could do to myself. I love... Forgetting to let go of the blade. I love walls. This section's actually really bad today. I need to like actually sit down and practice it tomorrow. Not sure it's playable right now. I had neglected practicing the end too much. I spent so much time focused on like Mega and Terra. Those are like the hardest sections to do fast for me right now. Where am I at? Pretty far. Look how long this OST is. So much music on it. So high effort. I can't stop myself from pressing them down early for some reason. back. Whoa, Mitesh. Yeah, we were talking about you, Mitesh. First message equals back. He's just a professional lurker. He was waiting for all the Trails conversation to die down. Just sitting here watching me and our talk about Trails the entire time. Leaderboard updates in Discord. No, it's only character-specific world records. Hey, GMC turned stream back on. Bro raided me and then turned Deadlock back on. What the fuck? Not addicted, by the way. Smile. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if the leaderboard updates channel had like character-specific top 10 updates, it'd be pretty spammy, right? There's too many character leaderboards that are just bad. Like, no one cares that you got a top. What? No one cares that you got like top 10 girl on Control, right? Like, that's a dead leaderboard. Some leaderboards are just really that. Some character leaderboards are really just that bad. What even is top? What even is number 7 girl on landfill? I remember actually looking at the landfill girl world record and thinking if I could do it. Trying to see if I could do it. Yeah, like I was like, I remember looking at this and being like, yeah, like I just have a bunch of runs that were just like with man that were like sub 17.5, right? And I finished like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 runs that were sub 17.5 with man. Didn't gain any time by the dust they missed. But I was like, I only really care if I think I can get world record. The character, you know, beat Zonda's time. Seriously, that was still too early. Yeah, well, it is. It is free, right? Like the world record strats are like sub 17.2 strats basically. Like, you know, my run should have been 17.2 with like kind of bad boosts in like 2 places. With like two bad boost setups. Top 100 soon. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's how they get you. You start getting like close to top 100, and then you realize, wait, I can get a top 100. And then you realize, wait a second, it'd be even better. It never stops. Immune to this effect on Mansion. I mean, you would be. You're a Dustman player. And man has some good levels on Mansion, right? But like, they're all like ground boost levels. They're all kind of annoying anyway. How many good Dustman runs are there in Mansion? Like, is Moon Temple genuinely the best man IL? For how pleasant it is to grind. I mean, Valley 80% is actually pretty, like, Valley 80% once you get to, like, top 150 is, like, you save, like, half a second and it's a lot. Like, it is close, but, like, you do have to work for that time save, too. I haven't actually watched your run, so I couldn't tell you where the time save is. I will tell you if you ask, though, if you want to know. I will look. For the record. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Cow. And the problem is that, like, if I stop thinking about anything, if I start thinking about anything other than the down back heavy can't exit. I can't press the button. Like, it actually requires full focus, full concentration. I have to like know that my momentum is centered. What is it? No, I think I'm just gonna burn another 10 minutes of attempts at the beginning. I genuinely think this is better longer term. These adjustments. Ducks that saved me there. No, I can never. I had the moment. I could have actually assessed the weight of the world. I was so nervous. Fuck. It was actually a good run too. Pretty fast. How much time did I lose? Surely I lost 15 seconds, right? Yeah. That's slow, okay. I genuinely think this is an improvement over how my sessions were going last week. I think Duck's insight on this level is actually super valuable. The problem with Duck's insight on this level is he'll say something that's really smart and like objectively true in terms of like strat finding and the window and everything, and then he'll say, and I also practice this for like 3 months straight. Right? That's the part that gets me. It's like, yes, Duck, you're a genius, and what's that? 3 months of yotta practice? Can you tell me how to skip that part, please? Any tips that don't involve playing Yotta for 3 months? But no. That's Yotta, like, knowledge is really, really good. As what? 150? Ah, it was so close too. I hate that. I hate that wall. I should just learn the strategy that does harder shit, but doesn't do the walls. Wow, GMC raid again. Like the fucking Vikings on the coast of Normandy over here. What the fuck? Headlock this time, I see. Well, let's see, just as a comparison here. Wait, when does Ducks run that I'm copying from get to endings? This is what, 137-ish? He's like roughly 10 seconds ahead here. 12 seconds ahead. His ending was slower, fast enough. Yeah, the MOBA players I know seem to love it. I am a retired MOBA player. I have given up MOBAs and refused to get sucked back in. So, you know, I haven't given it a try. But I've also, like, it became available while I was in the middle of the Yotta grind, and I'm not really about that. And Matesh is back to Valley, damn. Let's see here. Free replay analysis here. Oh. That's actually kind of funny. Puck clone. Yeah, I watched Sing play that character. It was really funny. It was really funny watching someone do like Puck shit in first person. Yeah, there's a lot of mistakes here. Beginnings, honestly, it's hard to do anything faster than what you did here. Did I change my name? No. Well, actually, yes. But it was like a couple years ago. At this point. Your follow age. 2023? Yeah, I should have. No, I'm watching Matesh's replay now. This is free replay analysis. You can just click your name in the client. Yeah, so there's a few things here actually. Here, this. You actually, I think you got a ground boost here. Yeah, you got a ground boost here, which is kind of funny. It's not much, but you did get one. I thought that counts. I had a hard time doing anything fast on this section because the camera doesn't really keep up with you. The one thing you can do is you can land on this platform and you have your air charge. Which can cut that corner there. Not super easy, but yeah. End up keeping most of the speed, and here, yeah. So I'll make a safe state the next time we go to the ground. Honestly, your ending's better than mine. I think I lose more time on the ending than you do. But I was also trying the harder stuff. I just didn't get it. That does lose some speed. Do this. Yeah, and this is just... See how much speed you lose here? Literally lose like half of your faster than dash speed there. From pressing dash on the ground boost 2 frames late. But that's just like something you get used to. Yeah, I already talked, but yeah, you can also set up a ground boost here. Alright, so here, this is something that's good to know. When you land here, you see what your speed is. Like a 649 or something. Like if I take over here, look at what my speed is now at the end of the slope, right? Look at how much speed I gained from sliding on this slope, right? Whereas what you do is you actually dash a few times and you actually lock in your slower speed. Pressing dash when you're sliding down a slope like that, you have time to slide down a slope like that is good, but only if you're like actually going faster than you would, only if you actually have more speed than yeah, the ceiling here you can get a lot of speed from because it's angled, but it's hard. Like world record like grabs this ceiling and then precisely fast falls like on this trajectory and like just doesn't hit anything all the way down. Even in score runs too, you can kind of do the same thing, but you have to attack the dust on the way down, which is really hard. This one's a little free though. This one you just time a dash out of the slide. You get a bit of speed. Yeah, if you look at like my PB on this, right? It actually doesn't do that much. Anything crazy. It's just like not slow. a few of these extra places. But you have time save on me. Is the point. Okay, Dust Kid's slow. I'm just gonna load my replay. Play it. My score replay. I don't want to watch that. That's bad. That's a bad run. I don't like that run very. Oh, the replay actually loaded. I got kind of lazy trying to set up the boost there. Yeah, like you literally gained like half a second on me there at the end. But the strat I was going for would gain the half a second back. Right, like if you watch like a world record, a top 10 run, right? And like right, like your run has a much easier time setting up that setting up the setting up here because like you're not you didn't have any speed coming over here. You have like no momentum and you fast fall probably pretty late off of this ledge. Ends up being a lot tighter if you're like actually have leftward momentum here. So just interesting. Alright, some of the ways you can gain and lose time. Gain and lose time without like really realizing what's happening. But what did I want? I wanted to see the Dahlia. And I'm curious what you actually did. I don't know if this could. That's actually, you know, I may have score attempts that left about this much dust. Yeah, look at me and Maso here on the failed SS attempt page here. Me and Maso, two equally good players, Crappa. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of dust. The fucked up part too is that spreading this dust saves time, and also I think not touching this dust saves time. Yeah, it is a lot of missing dust. Dahlia, if you don't know, noob, Dahlia SS is like an extremely fucked leaderboard. It's a very, very brutal leaderboard here. Like this upper left turkey is cycle lock. You literally cannot save any time on that. And like every time save that I miss here is like all like extra AP actions per minute, basically. Like when you grab this ceiling here, like if you have to do it optimally, you have to only grab it for a frame, or you have to work a left press in while you're falling before neutral light attack spamming. Actually hitting your dust with this heavy and then stopping all your momentum and ceiling bonking here is really precise. And the heavy on the fall is basically frame perfect. It's really extremely fucked. I spent like a week or two after DLC just like trying to learn the world record strats, and it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad IL. It's also like a really strong IL. It's a really strong top 10. Like a good boost. Yeah, and honestly, that's pretty hard when you're just learning how to speedrun. No kappa. Like, the level, this is like... This is fast enough that doing it's pretty hard when you're learning how to go fast. I've definitely gotten like a couple seconds off this with the same strats too. But yeah, I mean that's just the reason. That's the reason for the. That's just the reason for the CS and the BS here. Like Masa's is the same. Masa's is a failed SS. Yeah, see. It's all very easy dust to miss. Masa's actual SS is fucking insane, by the way. Because, right here, also is like literally 4 of the 5 frames he's behind Fishy and Zonda are like here. The rest is just like world record level. It's actually kind of insane. This is a really good replay. Based on everything I know about the level. Yeah, the end is really hard. It's like I don't know, it's something like 6 or 7 frame perfect inputs basically in a row. In like half a second. It's really hard. A lot of frame perfect inputs in the world record route. Like I have 13th place for only hitting like half of them. Basically. I think I could have gotten like 17 point or 11.2 if I'd ever finished a run, but I really never did. Every run I got that was fast failed on the drop down parts. I don't think I ever took SS fast pace, SS top 10 pace that far. Anything else I want to look at? I wonder what the statistics are on making it past her. I feel like they're better now. Better than it was at the end of last week anyway. fucking boost. Remember the setup for not doing the ledge clip. I don't remember the timing. Gotta like... Ah, shit. I forget any inputs here. Yeah, this song's a banger. I don't know how long I want to do this for. Fucking actually play the level. But I keep not pressing down. I don't understand. This is not good for resting hands. This is like the opposite of resting my hands after playing Yotta. Doing a ledge jump more. I actually like, can't play anymore. Alright, well, my character has been built efficiently. Game about the chokes to Zeta slope and ending. Those are both pretty decent runs. Honestly, the fact that I had 2 very late chokes in one session is probably a good sign, but I don't think that usually happens. Maybe a bit mentally refreshed. Oh. It's any day now, really. Any day. But not today. Another day we wait, my friends. Another day we wait. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everyone who is here. Another incremental day of incremental progress. See if I find some more time to stream this level. Maybe I'll just get the SS off stream. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Don't think there's anyone to raid in Dust Force category. Can't raid GNC because he raided me twice. The bastard. Can't revenge raid him. Alright, I guess that's all. Have a good night. Take care.